Chevy dealers. Visit your Chevy dealer today for great prices on all our new 2015 vehicles. And by Missouri Lottery. Every ticket you play gives back to schools across Missouri. So play it forward with the Missouri Lottery. Welcome back to Arlington for the Royals and Rangers. Let's go down on the field to Joe Goldberg.
Fizz, thanks. Back in 2005, August of 05, Edinson Volquez, at 22 years old, made his major league debut for the Rangers right here in this park. Now, fast forward 10 years later, Chris Young, who was on that 05 team with the Rangers, reflects back on Young, what he was like then and now.
He's a lot more polished now, but just the natural talent he had at such a young age, and just kind of a phenom coming up. And you heard I was always a level ahead of him in the minor leagues, and then we got to the big leagues around the same time. And watching him pitch in the big leagues, seeing the talent, you just knew when he figures it out, he's going to be really, really good, and he figured it out.
And so now both of those pitchers who were young back in those days are veterans in the Royals rotation. Edinson Volquez ready to pitch here against the Rangers in Texas for the first time in his career. Fizz?
Thank you, Joel. And they'll need innings from Eddie, even though he is pitching with that blister on his right thumb. Let's check out our State Farm Royals lineup. Escobar will lead things off. He'll be followed by Mike Moustakas and then Lorenzo Cain, who Rex only has 1 RBI his last 16 games.
Bound to happen, though, Fizz. He realizes he's a little bit over-aggressive up there, especially with runners in scoring position. Back it down, try a little less harder.
And how about the guy they will face? Nick Martinez had a fabulous start. 0.36 ERA in the month of April. He's been a little more human in May.
Well, you know what? The Rangers are pretty happy they got a young guy here that's not overpowering. It's rare today that you don't have a young pitcher that doesn't throw 95. He does a good job. He's around 89 to 91 with his fastball. He's got a good slider that he uses, curveball and a changeup. Defending behind him, we're going to see Peguero, who's highlighted, played with the Royals last season, just 4 games. He's got some power. You have to stay away from the middle of his bat.
Late in the game, Peguero usually moves from left field to right field, and they bring in a better defender for Shin-Soo, who then goes to the bench. Escobar will lead things off. He has 6 hits in his last 4 games since coming off the 7-day concussion DL. Now hitting .299. And he's been going after the first pitch of the ball game lately, but if you heard Joe Goldberg's pregame show, he was talking with Eric Hosmer saying, we haven't seen Nick Martinez, so we may take early first time through the order.
Well, we've never faced a guy before like that. It's always good to see some pitches. But he likes to throw inside, Martinez. Yeah. Joel also mentioned in his show that he has hit 4 batters this year. Royals have been a ball magnet. They've been hit 25 times this year, so they're used to guys coming in on them. But they can look in there on Martinez.
And Martinez is a command pitcher, only 9 walks in 36 2/3 innings, but only 15 strikeouts. There's that terrific curveball for a strike, and he's in front of Escobar, 0-2.
He also charted last night's game that Kobe Lewis threw 17 first pitch strikes to batters. It was really good, getting ahead.
His 1.47 ERA is second best in the American League. Last start did not go that well. May 7th at Tampa Bay. And fouled off. That was the first time he has had a non-quality start. Only went 4 2/3 against the Rays and gave up 3 runs and threw 80 pitches.
Well, it tells you right there he's a strike thrower. Hitters like guys that are right around the plate. He's going to try to bounce one here, though. Ooh, he hung it.
And Escobar pops it up shallow right center, called off by Chu, who makes the catch, and is 1 out.
Once Escobar gets back to the dugout, he'll tell him, guys, he's coming in there. Fastball's got a little movement. His curveballs, though, are up in the zone. They're hanging. Let's bang it.
There is a 20% chance of rain tonight, 71 degrees, and winds out of the east at 9 miles an hour. we believe will get tonight's game in, but tomorrow night is a question mark. And Mike Moustakas back, 0 for 3 with a walk last night after missing that weekend series against Detroit on the bereavement list.
This young man's coming right after him. And that's a welcome thing for a hitter. Sit back and just use the whole field. Playing him pretty much straight up.
Well, Mike Moustakas used to have a tough time against left-handed pitching, but this year he's been equally as good against both southpaws and right-handers. .314 against lefties, .323 against a guy like Martinez. And that ball is popped up left side. Long run for Peguero in foul territory. He gets there, and there are 2 out in the first.
But that's that changeup. He likes to use that down and away from left-handers to do exactly right what he wanted, to pop them up. So you have to be a little bit more patient with that changeup and see what they can do with it. See a few of them, see the movement, see how it's going away. That's a good pitch for a strike. And it starts in on the hitter. So that's good movement away.
Martinez, just 24 years of age, out of Miami, Florida. Lorenzo Cain takes a curveball high, ball 1. Lorenzo in a little bit of a slide of late. It's seen his batting average drop from the high 360s down to 319. And another high breaking ball.
Something tells me Martinez keeps flipping that curveball up there, Fizz, and he's not bouncing them. Those are hangers. Somebody's going to get a hold of one of those.
And Colby Lewis was exceptional pitching to Cain last night, just burying his curveball in the dirt, low and away.
I've only seen a few of them, but the ones I've seen are all belt high. And they're in the feeling out process right now. First time through.
Well, Nick Martinez had 4 great April starts, only allowed 1 earned run in 26 innings, but we told you more human in May. 4.22 ERA, 8 runs, 5 earned in 10 2/3 innings. So he said the problem was his, Rex. He said he has to get back to attacking early in the count, and he started nibbling a little bit in the last 2 starts.
Sometimes pitchers get in a little groove like that.
Cain with a drive to center field that will stay up for the center fielder Delino DeShields and 3 fly ball outs, and we'll see Edinson Volquez when we come back. There is Jeff Bannister, the manager of the Texas Rangers, in his first year. Last 4 years he was the bench coach for Clint Hurdle at Pittsburgh. 14-18 is his record. And Rex, he had 1 at-bat in the major leagues, and that was a single off Atlanta's Dan Petrie, so he finished his big league career hitting 1,000.
Well, at least he got a hit off of a really good pitcher.
Chu, Andrus, and Fielder with 3 home runs last night off of Kansas City pitching, and Arcia in the driver's seat. Pitcher is Edinson Volquez.
2 types of fastballs, a 4-seamer and the 2-seamer. That 2-seamer is the one that's given him a blister problem. Hopefully it's manageable. He's got a nice big curve and a changeup. Very good pitches. On an average, you see there 191. Not doing a lot off of it.
Rex, because of what you talked about, do you think we'll see more 4-seam fastballs tonight?
Very possible. And that pitch there was a beauty. So if that was his 2-seamer, that was just perfect. That's the kind of action you get on the 2-seamer. It goes down away from lefties. 4-seamer upstairs, straight.
Chu hits it well down the right field line. Into the corner it goes and gone.
Second pitch, it was the 4-seamer. Straight, right down the middle. Chu got him a cookie and didn't miss it. Just hooked that pole. So the 2-seamer is the one with better movement. Hopefully he'll be able to use that pitch, but the 4-seamer is an effective pitch, but you got to be able to stay out of the middle. We talked about that before the game, Joel and I.
So Chu continues his hit streak to 12 consecutive games. in a rather dramatic fashion with a leadoff home run, and it's 1-0 Texas. 4 home runs by the Rangers in the first 2 games of this series. There's a good curveball for a strike. 0-2 to Andrus, who has just 4 hits in his last 26 at bats to see his average drop to 223. Down the right field line and foul.
Volquez, it's just the second home run he's given up, and the other one was to a lefty. Left-handed hitters only hitting 179. Righties 207.
And he's really controlled leadoff batters in a game and in an inning. Here's the pitch that's whistled to Mike Moustakas, who makes the catch for out number 1. Let's check out our Ford around the horn defense for the Royals.
Couple of problems in the field last 4 games. They got to be able to tighten that up some. Just worry about the routine plays. You know, the great plays, they'll take care of those. We always see him on highlight tapes.
Now Prince Fielder, who blasted his 3rd home run of the year last night to center field, now has 291 in his career.
He's got the most at bats against Volquez in his career. He's 4 for 18.
Sends that one up the middle. Escobar has it. He twirls and fires. That's a great play.
There's the one. They can make those with no problem. And it was a beauty. Escobar, you see where he is, right at the top. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's over there quickly. Throws off his right foot. Nice little pirouette. And right on the money with that throw.
There aren't too many shortstop with Escobar's kind of range.
Iglesias in this division. You saw him make a play like that at the K.
But you know, he has the top ultimate zone rating of all shortstops in baseball, even greater than Simmons of Atlanta.
I'm not surprised.
Here's strike 1.
Escobar's, everything about him, his shortstop ability, his range, his arm, his feet. He's got it all.
Beltre continued to do great damage against Kansas City as he belted a home run last night, his 399th in an excellent career. And he has hit 359 in his career and 16 home runs against Kansas City. Pretty good breaking ball. It hit sharply to right. Dyson is there, and after the home run, Volquez gets the next 3 Rangers. Part of Texas, 1-0 Rangers on a home run by Chu. And here is Eric Hosmer, who said he would be patient early against Nick Martinez, wanted to see the movement of the baseball and his fastball and the spin on his curveball. Oz has been hot last 14 games, hitting .339 to raise his average to .317. 2-1 count.
Much more selective, much more patient. Talked to him before the game, and I asked him is it that right foot, your lead foot, that's been the key for you this season. He said absolutely. He's able to keep his weight back. He's not charging forward. He's just simply lifting it up and setting it down and letting his hands do the rest of the work, along with his strong lower half. Got to be in good hitting position with your base. Can't be off balance. It's coming in.
Oh. And there's a high drive to deep right field, and Hosmer on the 5th pitch he sees blasts one out. That was a boomstick.
That ball wasn't walking. First home run given up. I had a feeling that the Royals were going to put him in that category, and here it is. Hosmer, very selective, picks up his foot, sets it down. Fastball right down the middle at 90, saying hit me all over it, and the ball screamed as it left Hosmer's bat.
Now Kendrys Morales, and he skies one to left field. Peguero near the track will pull it down for out number 1 of the second. And Eric with the team lead of his 6th home run of the year.
Yeah, that's what they call a no-doubter. Upper Tortuga.
Well, you told me at the commercial break after his first inning, you said, Steve, if Martinez keeps hanging that curveball, they're going to get him.
Yep. Now that was his 4-seamer.
I'm talking about. You were talking about his
They're
breaking
going to
ball.
get him. I'm telling you, I can see it after 11 pitches in that first inning. He's up in the zone. You don't have the kind of fuzz to blow it by you. You don't have that kind of cheese.
And his 4 outs are fly ball outs. And he's more of a sinker ball pitcher. Eric Hosmer continues his hot streak. That's 5 home runs in his last 15 games. Gordon smacks it down the line. Into the corner it goes. He'll have at least 2, and the ball bangs out to Chu. It will be a double for Alex.
At 7, the catcher, number 13, Salvador Perez.
Gordo, 8th double. No problem. Another 4-seamer in. Not a lot of movement. 88 to 90. It's on a tee. Ball was by fielder in a heartbeat.
Martinez had gone 6 starts without allowing a home run. And Hosmer went deep. Now a chance to take their first lead of this series, and Salvador Perez takes strike 1. Salvi is one of the best in the American League early this year, with runners in scoring position, hitting .424. Chases that breaking ball 0-2. Martinez was the Rangers' 18th round draft pick in 2011 out of Fordham University, where he was a second baseman his first 3 years there, mainly pitching in relief. Ground ball towards short. Andrus, bare hands, throws, gets Perez moving to third. Gordon.
Salvador a little anxious. This next time he sees him up a little bit, he could do some damage. That pitch was Martinez's pitch. He wanted Salvi to do that.
Now Martinez to face Omar Infante. He had that game-winning sacrifice fly in Sunday's win over the Detroit Tigers in a battle for first place. Royals left Detroit a game and a half up. They have a game lead over Detroit. And Kansas City has been a stud with 2 outs this year. Royals have scored 67 runs with 2 outs this year. 3rd in the major leagues in both runs and producing runs. Runs driven in.
Pretty strong.
Martinez getting back in the count when he fell behind Eric Hosmer. We saw what Eric can do with the fastball left up. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and Infante sends it foul, so the count will even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 2 out, a 1-1 ball game, a home run by Chu of Texas. In the bottom of the first, now to start the second, Hosmer went deep, and Gordon representing the go-ahead run at third base.
He likes the fastballs in.
Too far in, and it's a full count.
He's not afraid to use the changeup to either batter. Mainly left-handers he'll throw it, but he will show it to a righty.
And you just saw Thomas Field move a little bit over towards the right side with a 3-2 count now. He was playing Omar Moore to pull. And Infante swings and misses at the breaking ball and strikes out. But Hosmer goes deep, number 6 this year, and the Royals have tied the Rangers in the second. Salutes his teammate Mike Moustakas on the other side of the diamond, and now Edinson Volquez will go to work against Kyle Blanks. Ball 1. Blanks a big man at 6'6", 270 pounds. I talked to him before the ball game to see if he had grown up playing basketball, and he said yes. And I said, why did you choose baseball over basketball? And he said, because I can't jump.
Oh, well, a 6'6", do you have to jump that high?
Well, you're right, because he averaged 13 rebounds per game in high school. He scored 10 per game, but he loved baseball. And that ball is whistled into left field. That's his first hit of the series. Let's check out our AT&T Ubers Rewind. We rewind into Volke's career. He started with the Texas Rangers, signed in 2001 with Texas at the age of 18. That was his haircut then. And if you listen to Joel's pregame show, he had a very funny story about making some money, getting it cut. Edinson Volquez made it to the major leagues in 2005 at the age of 22. And that ball is drilled to center field, but Lorenzo Cain doesn't have to move that far and makes the catch. Fans, we want you to join us for a book signing with Royals General Manager Dayton Moore this Friday at the Royals Hall of Fame before the Royals take on the Yanks. Meet the architect of the Royals Championship Revival and get an autographed copy of his new book, More Than a Season. The book signing will be inside the Royals Hall of Fame from 5:30 till 7 this Friday. So get your tickets now at Royals.com or by calling 1-800-6-ROYALS today. And it's really a terrific book, because Rex, it shows you where the Royals were and what his design was and the foundation that he built from the minor league level to how they scout not only nationally but internationally as well.
I loved it, but I got some bad news, man. I lost the book.
Way to go.
I just started it, and I love the intro, and I love the first chapter.
It just didn't have enough pictures in it for you, did it?
I was rushed when we left out of Detroit, and I left it on the lobby table in there.
So this is your way to tell Dayton
I need
on
another
the air
sign
that you need another book
signed, please. So I will be at that signing.
All right.
Yeah, bums me out. I wanted to finish it by the time the trip was over. Of course, it takes me a long time to read my name.
HUD spelled backward is duh.
That's right.
Well, Tommy Field is awaiting the pitch from Edinson Volquez. I had a question for him before the ball game because he grew up in Waco, which is really in between Houston and Dallas. And I said, were you an Astros fan or a Rangers fan growing up? And he said, I was all about the Texas Rangers. And I said, so it was a pretty big deal when you got your first major league stolen base, first major league home run last night with the team that you grew up loving. And he had a big smile, and as you indicated, his phone blew up. A lot of texts, family and friends.
I bet Michael Young was his favorite player. Just a bet.
Michael Young was a lot of young ball players' favorite player. Terrific second baseman, then third baseman, shortstop here for the Rangers. And a great ambassador to the game.
They had a great run. They had 2 years where they won the American League Championship, went to the World Series, and just was one strike away. St. Louis got him.
And the Giants got him the year before that.
It's hard to get back.
The 3-2 pitch is a ground ball hit to short. Escobar bare hands, can't make the play. It will be an infield hit for Tom Field.
How about that? Big fella Kyle Blanks was running on the pitch. Escobar, he makes these plays. He's good at them.
And you're right, Rex. Texas is running a lot more. They came into this game third in the American League with 24 stolen bases, one more than Kansas City, who led the AL the last 2 seasons in stolen bases with 153 each season. Now it's Robinson Chirinos with 2 on and 1 out. And Volquez looking for that double play. This is where he needs that best pitch, the 2-seam sinker that annoys that blister.
He's rolled up 1 this year. Last year he was really good. He rolled up 17 for the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Chirinos, a veteran, 30 years of age, out of Venezuela. 5 of those 11 RBIs came in 1 game against the Angels. That was a career high back on April 14th. That should work. 4, 6, and 3 inning-ending double play.
Ooh, man, Escobar. He don't mess around. That was 95 at first base.
Day disabled list. His record 3-1 this year, and hopefully he'll only miss a couple of starts on the DL because of a left flexor strain, but the Royals medical staff saying it's not that serious. They just wanted to calm it down. So we head to the 3rd inning of play, and Gerard Dyson will lead things off, and he got a curveball up and took it for strike 1.
So when you see it at your eyes, when it comes out of his release point, that's going to be the pitch to hit. A big curve.
And then he throws that good sinker to send Dyson in the hole, 0-2.
He'll throw some first pitch curveballs too. Just like you throw it to him there. That's a good one, man. Got it.
Second strikeout of the evening for Nick Martinez.
Shortstop Alcides Escobar.
That's the one that starts out around the shoulders of the letters. There's about a foot difference in the release point when the ball is going to be a hanger, and most hitters can pick up the hanger.
And that's another good breaking ball away from Escobar in a well-located spot. A swing and a miss for a strike. He may have been hanging that curveball in the first inning, but obviously has made the adjustment. And another sinker, so same sequence that he started Dyson curveball first, then fastball, and then he threw another curve to Dice.
I talked about the rocket that Escobar threw across the diamond to complete that double play. That was a grudge throw. Escobar wasn't happy that he missed the roller coming in, so watch him whip this ball to Hosmer. Look at Haas look at him like, woo! He was not happy with that he missed that little roller.
Well, I've asked his teammates, I said, if there's any position player that you would like to see on the mound sometime, who would that be? And to a man, they say Alcides Escobar, who now gets hit, and that's the 26th time a Royal has been hit this year by a pitch.
Well, and it's the 5th one of the year for Martinez. Likes to come inside. So Escobar's got that little pad on there. That's nice on the elbow. crowd the plate. It's nice he can wear that. Takes a little bit of the sting off of it.
And usually a fast guy like Escobar might be a little hungry to steal a base after a pitcher hits him. But Nick Martinez is not only quick home, but has very quick feet and a fine move for a right-hander to first base.
Obviously, he's trying to hold the runners close.
And that's the 5th batter that Martinez has hit this year, and this is only his 7th start. Moose popped up to left his first time.
He's got a quick slide step home. You know, in his last start, he had a hard time pitching from the stretch. He was a little bit nervous. He let the base runners get to him some. He's a little better in his full windup. He's more fluid. He's more confident.
Gave up a season high 3 runs in just 4 2/3 innings. Shortest outing of the year. Well located fastball, 1-1.
He got Moose to pop up his changeup in his first time up last at bat.
Escobar with a pair of stolen bases. He's been caught 1 time. He hasn't fallen behind too many Royals. He's thrown 41 pitches thus far.
Well, and when he does, Hosmer showed him, look, your fastball is good, but it's not that good if it's elevated. Doesn't have enough velocity on it.
Mike trying to go the opposite field. Moose with 18 hits to left field this year, already eclipsing the total of 17 that he had all of last season. Escobar hasn't gone yet. The count is 2-2.
He may not go either because Nick Martinez is very quick home.
And then Mike hits one high in the air and deep to center field. Escobar is going to go back to tag. Catch is made, and Esky decides to stay put. Fans, the Royals need you at the K starting next Friday as they take on the Cardinals. Come cheer on the boys in blue during this 3-game series, complete with Buck Night and fireworks on Friday night, and wrapping up with Family Fun Day Sunday and a 30th anniversary celebration of the 1985 World Series. So keep the K blue. Tickets are available at Royals.com or by calling 1-800-6-ROYALS. We also understand very good seats available for this weekend series with the New York Yankees. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Curveball, strike 1.
Hey, a lot of first pitch curves for Martinez. You can mark that in their memory bank too, starting their 2nd time around.
Joel talked to Lorenzo Cain before the game, and Lorenzo saying, I've just got to lay off the bad pitches in the dirt. And that was one of them. He rolls it towards first base, and Martinez hits Cain in the side. Escobar will race over to third base, and they're saying Cain is out because he ran inside the baseline. Rusty Kuntz is complaining to the home plate umpire. And Ned Yost walking out, and Don Wakamatsu apparently just told him, we need to see that again.
Well, Rusty's saying that he was on the baseline. He wasn't inside the grass. Let's take a look at it. Now this play is going to be close. Pitcher Martinez is going towards the line. Cain, yeah, he was in the.
So that will do it for Kansas City in the 3rd inning. A 1-1 score going to the bottom of number 3 in Arlington, Texas. We come to you from Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. 2 home runs are the scoring in this game. One by Chu in the first, the other by Hosmer. And here we go. Volquez to face Delino DeShields, then Chu, then Andrus. Hitters 9, 1, and 2. Just barely off the plate. Delino had a good game last night. Base hit, that was a double, drove in 2. Former first-round pick of the Houston Astros, picked by Texas in the Rule 5 draft in December. Man, getting that call. 2 awfully close. They could have gone either way.
I was talking about the different type of wood that hitters order. You can order any color, any size. And I like that flame temper. That flame tempered bat that DeShields is swinging right there is a pretty bat. I always like the flame. Flame's good. You can see the grain on it. You know, the hitters are real impressed by the grain, how tight the grain is. Some guys like tight grain. Some guys like it where it's thick. Just all depends on the preference. But you can see the grain better with the flame treated bat. See all those, see the grain lines up there in the wood?
Well, he wants to swing that flame back because he does not want to allow DeShields to get on with his speed. So he goes right after him, and man, he didn't miss by much. And Volquez, I don't think, like the calls from Scott Berry. He was right on the borderline of letters or outside corner, but Berry didn't give him the call. And here's a guy who's 7 for 7 stealing bases on with a free pass.
Volquez knows exactly what to do. Use the defense. Look at the run saved. Sponsored by Toyota. Use that D. And trust Salvi when it comes to the running game. He's going to let him know he's over there for sure. They know he can run.
Chu banged one out in the first inning. His 4th home run this year, 14 RBIs. He's raised that batting average up over the Mendoza line at .202. Most of the damage has been done recently. He has a 12-game hit streak, batting over .310 in that time. This guy, a very good hitter, signed after a wonderful year in Cincinnati by Texas through the year 2020. As a base runner, Rex, what bothered you more about a pitcher than anything?
When he held it. When a guy who varies his hold times makes it very difficult to get a good jump. But some guys, they don't care. They're flat cocky. They're arrogant. They get out there and they go, you know what? I'm going to steal the base. I don't care. I'm going to get a big initial lead. And that's my lead. And I'm not going to waver. It's all about getting that jump.
Greatest base stealer of all time, Ricky Henderson, said the same thing bothered him the most when pitchers just held that baseball and really kind of allowed him to relax because you're so tense over at first base, ready to go, right?
Well, you know, you're tight, you're tense when he holds because you're trying to get that jump and you don't want to give yourself away. It's easier to get a walking lead. Hosmer does that.
With a swing and a miss. Volquez tied his career high with 6 walks in that last start, a no decision in the Royals' 7-4 win over Cleveland. Volquez gave up 3 runs in 3 innings and left after 3 because of that blister on his right thumb. Shields was thinking about going, but now the pitch is low, and I don't think they'll send him until It's 3-2.
Well, what he's doing, he's trying to buy Chu a fastball again, like he got that last time up. Good hitting spot.
The runner does go. Perez's throw is not in time, and now 8 for 8 is DeLiner to Shields.
Excellent jump. Stays low coming out of the blocks. Took the peek in, very smooth and fleet of foot. It's important to hold the tag on runners when they slide by now, especially with the replay. Any little time that foot comes off the base, you can have it replayed and get him called out.
Hold to the right side. That will get to Shields to third base. Chu is thrown out. But now a fast guy is just 90 feet away. With a fly ball or ground ball could give the Rangers back the lead.
Well, that's all Chu tried to do there.
Well, Elvis Andrus certainly capable, but he has driven in only 8 runs this year. He's been on base in 20 straight, but not because of his bat. Usually it's been because he's walking. The Royals infield is in. And the ball in the dirt. Good block by Salvador.
I'll say he's cat-like quick back there. He's not going to let any ball get behind him if he can help it. Can't always control the bounces, but if you're a pitcher, you can throw your breaking stuff with conviction.
Elvis is driven in. Just 2 out of 7. They've been on third base with less than 2 out. And the pitch is low and outside. Opponents not doing well against Volke with runners in scoring position. They're only hitting 194. I'd love to get a strikeout or a pop up here.
Shields aggressive down there at third base. He's looking for any ball that can bounce within the circle.
He's been falling behind just about every single player this inning. Fell behind to Shields 3-1, then walked and fell behind Chu and got him on a ground out on a 3-2 pitch. And now is 3-0 on Elvis Andrus. Ball 4. This is another guy you don't want to walk because he is equally as fast as DeShields. Stole 27 bases last year and has 4 so far this season. If you're wondering about the Royals' middle relief, they sent out Johan Pino today. And they recalled from the minor leagues Aaron Brooks, a starting pitcher at Omaha, who will be coming on in middle relief here for Kansas City. And here is fielder. Dangerous hitter.
Change up away, put him in the lane.
Hit sharply to left field. That will drive into liner to Shields. Around to third is Andrus. And Gordon's throw a little late. It's 2-1.
Right idea. Escobar just had him played to pull. Fielder just took the base hit and went the other way. Right idea with the location, though. That's just really good piece of hitting, and you see that he's getting a lot of hits like that this year, hitting 336 coming into this game. He's shortening up his swing, and he's getting his singles, and power will come later. That's what Jeff Bannister's hoping for here.
Dave Island comes out for a visit. Volke's command was outstanding before that last start where he developed that blister. 6 walks in that game and 2 so far today, and the leadoff walk has now scored.
Well, we understand about his last start now why he didn't have command. It's because the blister was bothering him, and it bothers him most on the two-seam fastball because the seam is on that thumb, and that's what gives him the trouble. So he just have to guide his way through it, kind of like what he tried to do last time out. But the blister was I mean, it popped and it was blood, and it was a mess. So this will have to kind of just keep that ball down, use that defense.
Well, he's gone curveball and changeup to Beltre, to an excellent curve, and then missed badly with the off speed. Beltre with a 21-game hit streak against Kansas City, hitting over 400 in that time. First and third. Beltre checks the swing, and then he appeals, not Salvador Perez. And Ted Barrett, the crew chief, said, "You did not swing, Adrian."
Yep. Beltre started it. Miguel Cabrera, he does it now, and it looked like to me he went. He should have rung him up on that. Especially if I'm the umpire and he asks me, I'm going to bang him. Because he looked like he went on that pitch.
You never see a hitter appeal, but he loves the game and has a lot of fun at it, and swings and sends this one foul. And Andrus in foul territory goes after the baseball. I wonder if he was in fair territory, he would have thrown himself out.
Well, Andrus has been playing with Beltre now for the last several years, and he has picked up some of Beltre's stuff. Now watch Beltre when he's hit. A lot of hitters will move their bat, have some kind of movement. It's important to have some movement. Watch his feet. He moves his feet. He doesn't move his bats. He's going to move those feet and get him comfortable and keep him loose.
Ground ball short, could be 2, 1 and 2.
That's the one. Good pitch. Saves that pitch count too. And a way to roll him up, Esky. First man sure, second man quick.
Hosmer is responsible for the Royals' only run. That was a deep blast, right center field. Tied it, his 6th home run of the year. And he said he would be patient. He wanted to see pitches coming out of the hand of Martinez because he had never faced him before, and it was on the 5th pitch that Martinez threw him on a 3-1 count. So he starts to fall behind Hosmer again to open the 4th.
Now, once you give up a long home run like that to a guy, you're going to be a little nervous about where you put that ball. Look for the curveball, and fastball's away. He's going to try to stay away from it.
3-0.
Hosmer gets a fastball he likes. Turn and burn. That's the one. 89-90. Right down the middle. That's what he got him on last time.
And then he misses on ball 4 with a leadoff walk, led to a run for Texas in the bottom of the 3rd. And let's hope that a leadoff walk leads to a Royal run, perhaps more, in the 4th. Our T-Mobile game changer of 2015. How about Hosmer, what he has done? First WAR, first and base hits with 41. That is number 1 among all American League first basemen.
It's like an all-star to me.
Rexy's really become a leader not only on the field but in the clubhouse. He's almost like the guy the media goes to get the soundbite to represent Kansas City. Very well spoken. I tell you, his mom and dad did a great job, and he also credits his brother Mike, who's almost like his assistant hitting coach when he goes back home to Florida. And He's built a batting cage in the backyard where Mike works with Eric, and then Eric and Mike work with their old high school, American Heritage, and work with the high school athletes there.
It's outstanding. You got to love that. But also, folks, we got to vote Hosmer in to the All-Star game. We missed it.
Morales got a good pitch to whack, but hits it to the left side, and it will be taken by Carlos Peguero for out number 1.
Yeah, you know, Hosmer's a better all-around player than Miguel Cabrera. No doubt about it. Although Miggy's pretty good. Miggy's not a bad first baseman either. He doesn't move like Hosmer does, and he doesn't throw like him. But we still can vote for Hosmer to put him in there over there.
Sure.
Online. There's
And
no paper.
Ned Yost is the boss this year.
That's right.
So he might have a little something to say about that. But Hosmer certainly, along with Cabrera, one of the finest first basemen. How about the comeback year for Mark Teixeira of the Yankees? He's playing very well.
He is.
Alex Gordon doubled his first time up, right down the line. He's really been seeing the ball well. He's only 4 for 11 on this road trip, but he's been on base now 11 of his 18 plate appearances. And 5 for 12 now on the trip. I beg your pardon, with that double.
We saw Nick Martinez bounce off the mound and throw out Lorenzo Cain. He's a really good athlete. He was a second baseman at Fordham, where he went to college. So he's a good athlete, good fielding position, good fielder. Throws over to first, quick feet. Good athlete. And he only threw 26 relief innings as a pitcher at Fordham in college.
And he said he really did not like pitching growing up, but his father, who was a general contractor in Miami, badgered him to play, and he took pitching lessons from a former Marlin pitcher by the name of Juan Alvarez. He said, "I fought my dad early, but I thank him now."
That's right. Okay, what he's doing here, Nick Martinez, is doing a little bit of what he didn't want to do, and that's start kind of pitching around, nibbling, not really being aggressive. Good change there.
On a 3-1 count.
He'll throw that changeup and fastball counts, and that's another thing that's going to get back to that dugout. You can't, but even this one here, you could be looking for it and not hit it. It was perfectly located.
Gordon takes strike 3. He thought it was ball 4 low, but did not get the call from Scott Berry.
Martinez picking apart that lower strike zone there. That's a beauty. It's right where you want to throw it. Alex tried to sell it. Didn't work.
What adjustment would you like to see Salvador Perez now make from his first at bat?
Be ready for the fastball first pitch, although he's been throwing a lot of first pitch curves. I'm going to wait him out. I'm going to spit on the breaking ball.
Yeah, he really got Salvi reaching for that curve last time up.
See Salvi's face there? He went, because that was the pitch he wanted. He was thinking it was going to be a first pitch curveball.
I think you're right.
Yep. It's okay. I'll get another one. Right here, they're going to try to stay in on it. Tries to go in, set up the curveball away. Down in the dirt.
And then Salvi waves at one well away from him. And now he is down in the count to 1-2.
And he'll keep throwing it there if he keeps swinging there.
Well, he does not like to walk. Only 2 walks this year.
Same pitch coming. See if we can get him again. coming again.
And hit to center field. The liner to Shields almost misplays it. Has to leap at the last minute to make the catch. That will do it for the Royals in the fourth.
To Lawrence Peter Berra, a.k.a. Yogi, the Hall of Famer. We could have picked out all kinds of quotes. Let's go with two of these. The future ain't what it used to be, and when you reach a fork in the road, take it. There are so many. And guys, I called Art Stewart today, the Royals Hall of Fame scout, longtime Royals scout, but he was a scout for the Yankees from 1953 to 1969. I said, what do you remember about the birthday boy? And he said, he was the real deal. You could walk into the clubhouse before a game after batting practice, a big game, and there might be some tension and guys are fired up, and there would be Yogi sitting in the back corner. He always had a corner locker, reading comic books, Flash Gordon or Tarzan, as calm as could be, while everyone was wound up. A couple other interesting things he said. He said Mickey Mantle, always so stoic, didn't laugh a whole lot. Yogi was one of the few guys that could regularly make the Mick laugh. And then he also, Art Stewart said, Yogi and Whitey Ford, two of the coolest cucumbers I ever saw in the game. Nothing ever bothered them. Happy birthday to Yogi Berra.
Here is Kyle Blanks, and Edison Volquez strikes him out. And did you know, Joel, that Rex Hudler's first major league manager was Yogi Berra, and it was Yogi who taught Rex the King's English, and then he also taught him that the Queen was English too.
That's right. Blame it on Yogi. No, what an honor for me to be able to happen to just be there at that particular time when Mr. Steinbrenner brought him back in '84 to manage. He fired him in '85, and that's when Yogi got mad at George and didn't come back for several years. But what a gentleman. You know, I love what his family says about him. Friends and family members have described him as humble, kind.
Up the middle. Escobar has it skip off his hip as the ball took a bad hop late, and Peguero will make it to first base.
It's too bad. That'll be the fifth error on Escobar. He was right there. Must have taken a bad hop. Let's take a look at it again. Looked like it came up on him some. See this last hop here? Well, just couldn't glove it. Anyway, they describe Yogi as a humble, kind, devoted, and smart man.
Smart hitter.
Yeah, he gets a bad rap. Guy's worldly smart. Didn't get a high school diploma yet. Dropped out of school in the 8th grade.
I always remember the story that he told about coming home from a ball game, and his wife met him, and he said, "What did you do today?" And she said, "I went to go see Dr. Zhivago." And he said, "Oh, what's wrong with you now?" Here is Thomas Field.
The thing that impressed me about his managing skills is he was very calm. You know, he was a very confident guy. The veterans all loved him, and he knew people's names. He knew my name, and I met him in a restaurant there at the Team Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. One day he was sitting with his wife, and he came over to my table and said, "Hey Rex, how you doing?" And I was so impressed that he knew my name. You know, there's 40 guys in camp. I'm one of the new rookies in town, and he knew my name, and he said, "Looking forward to having you." And, you know, just really impressed me with his managing skills. You know, because he was so calm. The veterans loved him. And then when they hired Billy the next year, the veterans on the team were not happy that they fired Yogi.
And I understand he and Joe Garagiola, best friends growing up in St. Louis. Runner goes, pitch up, throw to second base is not in time. A steal by Carlos Peguero, his second of the year.
Another really excellent throw by Salvi by not even coming up out of his crouch. He drops to one knee and just keeps that low throw in there. We've seen him do this many times. Quick transfer from glove to hand. Look at his focus, his eyes. The tag looked like he might have gotten him. And then he takes the tag off. Had he left it on him, might have gotten Peguero. Let's see it from this angle here. Looks like he just got his foot in there.
Well, the last two innings have ended in a double play, so they're running a little bit more. They had Delino DeShields steal a base in that third inning, which led to a run. Peguero reaching on the Escobar error now steals second base, and Thomas Field has a favorable count at 3-1. Now 3-2. Peguero, for a big man, can really run.
He's athletic, that's for sure. We saw him last year in the Royals uniform. The 4 games he played. Big swing, just didn't have enough opportunities to get him in there.
And that big swing and not disciplined strike zone has kept him in the minors, but made it up to the big leagues with the Rangers this year. Field with a ground ball speared by Moustakas, and that is a heck of a play.
Save those runs. Fastball, Field got it. Moose was right there. Nice little dive, quickly to his feet. No problem.
Nice play by Moustakas. So 2 outs now in the 4th inning. Still Peguero in scoring position, and the batter is Chirinos. Just 6 hits in his last 42 at bats, and Volquez wants to keep him quiet. In the dirt. I told you Volquez came up with these Rangers, pitched 3 years with Texas. 2005, 6 and 7. At bits of time, only went 3 and 11 with a 7.2 ERA, and then traded to Cincinnati for Josh Hamilton. Whack foul. And Hamilton, of course, back with the ball club at AAA Round Rock right now. He is trying to come back from that shoulder injury. Traded by the Angels, with the Angels eating about 90% of his contract. Two and one. Fouled off, so he's back even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Chirinos has a little bit of a long swing, so you can strike him out. He's also shown a good eye this year. He set a career high with 3 walks in last night's 8-2 Texas win over Kansas City. Peguero reached on the air, stole second base, still there.
Changeup, got it up a little bit. He wanted it down. We all know the Royals have good arms, and there's not many teams that run on them anymore. They've learned their lesson. Tyson throws well from right. Kane, we've seen him gun down runners in center. And we all know Alex Gordon, and so does the rest of the league. Straight up, slight pull in the outfield.
He He struck him out. He got the call from Scott Berry on an inside curveball. And Chirinos leaves Peguero stranded at second.
Chirinos, you got to go.
Avoid the lines. Order online with rapid pickup at delivery.panerabread.com. By Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Chrysler. Come discover great deals at the Chrysler Drive and Discover event. Physiot, Rex Hudler, Joe Goldberg with you at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. The Rangers with a 2-1 lead. We've seen 2 home runs hit in this game, one by Shin-Soo, the other by Eric Hosmer. Omar Infante will lead things off. And there's that excellent curveball thrown by Martinez for strike 1. He struck out 3 Royals tonight. Grounder foul. And Martinez's pitching coach is Mike Maddox, the brother of the great Hall of Fame pitcher Greg Maddox. And Greg is a special assistant and works with the team during spring training and occasionally comes in. But they said whenever Greg comes to town, Nick Martinez grabs a chair and goes and visits. And they say no pitcher talks to Maddox any more than Mr. Martinez. And he gets a pop-up of Omar Infante for out number 1. As a part of our exciting series against the Yankees this Saturday, the first 20,000 fans through the gates will receive a KC Royals tote bag presented by the MLB Network. Good tickets still remain, so go to Royals.com or call 1-800-6-ROYALS now to reserve your seat. And once again, we understand there still are very good seats available for that series with the Yankees Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fridays is at 7. Saturdays is at 6, and Sunday, of course, is a 1 o'clock matinee. Hit in the air. Center field to Shields. 2 quick outs.
A lot of first pitch curveballs by this guy. Now, sometimes you'll go up there looking for a curve first pitch. Not always. But if it's that hanger, you're going to jump on it.
You know, if you think about it, Rex, it's remarkable the job that Texas has done to put together their starting rotation. You can see the ratio of Martinez, 9 fly ball outs. Escobar takes inside 1 ball, 1 strike because, Rex, they've lost 5 starting pitchers. Their entire rotation, if you consider Yu Darvish, Matt Harrison, Derek Holland, Martin Perez, and Nick Tepesch, who probably would have been in the bullpen but has been a starter in the past. And there's a ball struck to the left side. It will drop and get by Peguero. This could be 3. And Esky racing to third. He will make it safely with a triple.
Peguero got fooled by the swing. It was a good solid swing, but it hit off the end of the bat, so he froze on contact and couldn't get a good jump in on it. Escobar was able to turn on it. Peguero just got a tad too late a break. With 2 outs, it's okay to go ahead and try to make the play, but you want to at least keep the ball in front of you.
Esky's first triple this year. He's been on base twice, being hit by a pitch, and then the triple. And here's Moose. He takes strike 1. Mike 0 for 2, twice flying out, once to left, once to center. The Royals have been one of the top hitting teams with runners in scoring position this year, over 300. 1-1. The Minnesota Twins, who have been playing some great baseball, and they are at Detroit tonight. They have taken the lead in the category batting average with runners in scoring position, just moving by the Royals last Sunday. That ball is struck to left field. Peguero will go back and he'll make the catch. And Nick Martinez, through 5, has given up only 1 run. Thoroughbred Ford. For great deals on new Ford cars and trucks, visit thoroughbredford.com. Let's go to Joel.
Well, Fizz, you were talking before about the beginning of Edinson Volquez's career here with the Rangers. He was just a young kid, and he had quite a set of dreadlocks. You see that there. But the general manager at the time came up to him and said, you got to cut him. You got to get rid of him. Well, Volquez, even as a young guy, decided, you know, I'll turn this into a little bit of money. Goes in and checks with a couple of pitchers, a couple of teammates. Vicente Padilla, one of them. He says, how much would you give me if I cut off the dreads? And Padilla says $300. He goes, no, that's not enough. Gets another teammate to jump in. How about $300? I'll throw in $300 too. Made $600. Told him afterwards that he had to cut it anyway. So kind of reminds me of Hud working for those Bugs.
Any way you can get $1, get it.
Yeah, Rex Hudler with the St. Louis Cardinals once earned $800 for eating a June bug.
That's right.
Yum, yum. You said it tasted like bacon.
Unbelievable. I'd do it again in a heartbeat if anybody paid me.
Yeah, and as all of the Cardinals exited that night, they went by your wife, Jennifer, and they said, whatever you do, don't kiss him.
It's all fun and games in baseball.
And you told Jennifer, I got this month's rent, honey.
Yeah, no, she went out and bought a purse the next day with cash.
Volquez falling behind the Shields, a fast player. You want to make sure you're aggressive with him. And he misses in 3-1. Ouch.
His dad stole 463 major league bases in his 13-year career. Runs in the family.
Did he go? He did not. Wow, I thought he did, but he gets the call, and another leadoff walk to the fastest guy on Texas.
Man, not getting any love from Ted Barrett on those check swings.
Play daily fantasy baseball for free on DraftKings.com with the official daily partner of MLB. Enter promo code BeRoyal for free entry. We're looking at Hosmer and Chu, and both have gone deep, and also Noah Syndergaard in his major league debut. 4 2/3 innings. He's walked for, but also struck out for. And of course, Delman Young is another big leaguer we're watching. Here's Chu.
He's a little nervous walking a few batters in his debut.
The Shields is going, and he will steal second base. 3 steals off Edinson and Salvador tonight.
And they're getting their bags off of Volquez. He's not extremely quick home. He's doing all he can, but he's got to really concentrate on that hitter. Another good throw to a better jump. Not a thing wrong with Salvador Perez's technique.
Well, he's walking the wrong guys, as he's walked to Shields twice and Andrus once, and both really quick. Now Chu, who bounced out to second base to get to Shields to third last time up, and he takes inside for a ball.
Huge lead. The Shields, confident runner. I told you, it's attitude stealing bases.
Eddie thinking that the Shields might try and rip off third, trying to keep him close.
Beautiful curve.
He has the count at 1-2. We'll throw that again.
down there. Wants to stay down there. Edison's trying to divide his attention between DeShields and Choo. Focus on this next pitch.
Went with the fastball down. The Dodge drive of the game is Shin-Soo off of Volquez in the first.
Second pitch. Four-seam fastball on the inner half. Turned on it. Hooked the pole. 325 down the right field line here. It's a launching pad.
Hosmer then went deep as the leadoff batter in the second to tie it. The Texas took the lead on a base hit by Fielder that scored DeShields in the third. Volquez with 2 strikeouts tonight.
Escobar, he's giving some signs back there. He's telling them, hey, look, watch me. I'm going to make a little break, open the glove, and open glove to the base usually tells the pitcher I'm committing.
Outside corner, strike 3 called.
Yeah, excellent pitch. Choo had in the back of his mind that curveball. I can just tell by the way he took this in here. And he just missed. Choo did. Not Volquez. Choo's got to go. Man, that ball was perfectly thrown. So now Escobar will move back over towards his position now, and Infante will give a little ground to help him with holding DeShields close to second base.
Andrus 0 for 1 with a walk. He lined out to Moustakas his first time up.
That serves its purpose, right? Not even throwing the ball, just doing a little step move and turn around, get the runner going back, and you don't need to throw it.
Ground ball past Moustakas into left field. They will hold Young at third base. DeShields at third base.
We'll see how Mike Jershely and Ned Yost want to play the infield with one out here. Fielder got a nice base hit to the opposite field last time up, snuck one through the left side of the infield the opposite way. They're playing back for 2.
The Royals have turned 2 double plays for Volquez tonight. One to end the second, one to end the third.
You can look for Andrus to be running as well. Seeing if he can do the same thing DeShields has done. Get a big lead and take off. Stay out of the double play.
One ball, 1 strike. Shields with the leadoff walk. Stole second. Now at third after the single by Andrus with 1 out. Fielder who's heating up lately. And he belts this one high in the air. Kane is back This will score the run from third. Andrus tags at first and does not advance, but touching home is DeShields to make it 3-1. 2 walks have really been costly for Volquez tonight.
Ball was elevated a little bit too much, that's for sure, because you want to try to stay away from that. If he puts that down another foot, he might get a ground ball out of it. Just left it up. Still, Volquez through 5 innings and 75 pitches, keeping his team in the game.
Now they chase Andrus back to first base. He might be aggressive. Tonight, Texas 3 for 3, stealing bases on Kansas City. And they now have 27 on the year. Andrus does get back in time. The Royals really catching the Rangers at the wrong time, as Texas has won 2 in a row and 6 of their last 8. Good curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I mentioned it before. It's worth mentioning again. Watch this 19-year veteran. Watch him how he gets ready. Watch his feet. He didn't wiggle his bat at all. He's moving his feet to keep some kind of rhythm going. You know how golfers sometimes will get on the tee box, and they'll move their feet a little bit just to kind of get a little feel going, a little feel before you take that swing. And that's the same way. Look at him moving his legs back and forth. He's picking up his right foot or his left foot, and that helps him keep his rhythm to his swing.
Yeah, there's very little movement with his hands.
A lot of hitters will move their hands. They'll move that bat. Any kind of movement is important. It's crucial, because it's so hard to focus for 5 seconds, 6 seconds in there at a dead standstill. You tighten up. You want to stay loose when you hit.
Gary Sheffield had still feet with a lot of movement in his hands, but when that ball came, he always had his hands in the right hitting position.
Every hitter, no matter what they do before they start, on swing, every hitter's hands are in the same place, coming right through the zone, but everybody starts differently. It's all about a comfort.
Elvis does not go, and Beltry whacks it to center, but Kane reads it off the bat well and makes the catch, but a run scores. A leadoff walk for the 2nd time tonight leads to a Texas run. Will be entered to win a majestic prize back from Rally House, and Hosmer might be one of the leading candidates, maybe the lead guy right now. And the 6th inning is our Sonic Slam inning. Our contestant is Roy Austin from Blue Springs, Missouri. Lorenzo Cain will lead things off, then Hosmer, then Morales. And that ball is ripped to left field. That will get to the wall. Cain quickly around first to cruise into second base with a leadoff double.
His 7th on the year. Nice piece of hit. He was ready. Okay. He was guessing fastball first pitch instead of curveball. It's a good example of that right there. He's saying, you know what? He's going to try to sneak a little piece of cheese by me, and I'm going to get it.
If the Royals hit a home run in this inning, Rex, Roy will win $1,200. That's Roy Austin from Blue Springs, Missouri. But if the Royals hit a grand slam out of the park, Roy, you get $25 grand from Sonic and the Royals.
Could happen again, Roy. Hang tight.
Hosmer's been on twice. Didn't stay long the first time when he belted one out and walked and was left stranded in the 4th. First pitch, strike. Thought that one was outside.
Haas has 3 multi-home run games in his career. Going to make it 4 here if he makes a mistake. It's like how much control Hosmer has with his body this year. It's made a big difference in his good start.
And he slices this one to left field. This will get Kane home. The Royals cut the Rangers' lead to 1. And Hosmer knocks in his 27th run of the year.
Staying patient, staying quiet. That's going to bring Mike Maddox out as they're trading places, passing the baton. Let's take you back to the home run. Let's just show you how quiet Hosmer is with his body, okay? Watch that front foot. That's the whole key to most hitters. You got to have a good weight. You got to be able to shift it back. He does a flamingo kick. He sets it down, but he doesn't go too far with it. And he just picks out that piece of cheese at number 5 right there. Look at that baby. Oh, man, was that red. Hot.
Well, he's in a nice conversation with Prince Fielder right now. Both guys have done damage tonight.
Let's take a look at that last swing to the opposite field. Same swing as his home run, except he waits longer. Okay? He just waited longer, and he took the same vicious hack, but when you wait longer, you make contact back towards the catcher's glove here. And that's enables him to go to the opposite field. Same swing.
Earlier this year, Eric was fouling that pitch up, but he said he's been loading earlier, and that ball has been fair.
By loading, that's that flamingo kick, loading up your hips. Every hitter's got to do it.
And Anthony Bass, with those Western-style mutton chops, is warming up in the Texas bullpen. Nick Martinez getting ready to deliver his 79th pitch of the evening. Morales, he's gotten twice on flyouts. Now he has Kendrick down 0-2.
He's the guy that you can't make a mistake with a hanging curve. He'll get you.
And he has done quite well here in Texas. 56 RBIs, most versus any team. And he smacks that one the opposite field. DeShields off to the races. He will get there. It bangs against the wall, and Hosmer will score the tying run on a Kendrys Morales double.
Keep passing that baton. Whoa, baby. Back to back to back doubles. They know how to do it. They can rake. That wasn't a curveball 0-2. It was a changeup, but he left it elevated. Look at Morales, ready to go at any particular time. Drives it, and I mean, he let the ball travel and got deep in it, and there it was. Hosmer had a single, excuse me. I thought he had a double.
And Morales, with his team-leading 11th double, ties the game at 3.
I thought Hosmer snuck into second base, but I was wrong. But a double, single, double, that'll work. New game. I knew Martinez, they were going to figure him out. You know, you'd like to figure out the starting pitcher, a guy you've never seen in the first or second time through the order. But it's the third time that they're starting to get to him.
The 3, 4, 5 guys have done most of the damage. They've been on base 5 times. But here's Alex Gordon, the number 6 hitter, and he doubled his first time up, struck out looking last time, and has a 1-1 count. They throw behind. Morales is able to get back safely. Chirinos with a good arm. As you say, Rusty Kuntz is the get back coach.
That's right. Got to tell the guys to get back.
He did. Barking it out.
Make a mistake to Alex, he'll hurt you too.
And Alex sends one to center field. DeShields setting up for the throw, and Morales does not even think about going. So fans, the 2015 Major League Baseball All-Star voting is underway, and there are many deserving Royals, so be sure to go to Royals.com/vote right now to cast your selections. This year, all voting is online, and you can vote up to 35 times on the exclusive eSurance MLB All-Star Game ballot. Make sure American League All-Star manager Ned Yost has multiple Royals on his squad by voting today at Royals.com/vote. We want Ned to be surrounded by all his friends.
He will. He'll have his whole coaching staff with him.
And he's going to have a lot of the equipment guys, too. Pitch inside.
Salvador Perez in his last at-bat against Martinez. He hit a line shot to the center fielder on an off-speed pitch. Looked like a changeup that was down. He wants that fastball. That wasn't the one he wanted.
Rex, how are the Texas Rangers outfield arms?
They're pretty good. Shields, he showed it off earlier. He's got a good throwing arm from center field. Peguero in left, he's got a good arm as well. He's a right fielder. Shin-Soo, he's about average. Salvi's got a little bat wiggle. Watch how he winds up. Watch how he loads his hips. See, timeout. See, he couldn't get it. He'd lost his concentration there. It messed up his timing. Sometimes, you only have so long. Now watch Salvi. He'll wiggle his bat a little. Then he really times his load. It's a good little two-seamer in. Sinker. See if he can give Eddie the lead here.
Rolls it up the middle, cut off by Andrus. Morales does advance to third base, and safe at first is Salvador Perez. An error on the play.
One out, got to make it hurt. Salvador Perez, he's taking off. He wants it. Look at him running. He's running hard. Well, he could. Fielder tried to keep his foot on the base. Ted Barrett, first base umpire, makes a nice call. Salvi's in there.
Yeah, Prince had to get his foot off the bag. Prince is 5'11", Hosmer's 6'4", so I think Eric probably reaches that and keeps his foot on the bag. Now Omar Infante. He takes strike one, and Omar got the big sacrifice fly in Sunday's 2-1 win over the Detroit Tigers in the 10th inning.
To do it again, that was the hanger right there. He flinched.
That sacrifice fly was his 500th RBI in his career. With a runner on third and less than 2 out, 60% of the time, Infante gets the job done. Mike Jerschley visiting with Kendrys Morales, who is not a quick runner, so the Royals do not have much speed on the corners. Omar whacks it to left. Peguero goes back. Kendrys is coming home. Here's the throw by Peguero. It is high. And both runners will advance. Morales scores the go-ahead for Kansas City, and Salvi read it well and moved from first to second when he saw how high Peguero's throw was going.
Yeah, and that ball was hit just right. If it's hit in, he comes in and uses momentum to make a better throw, but the fact that Infante caught that ball at a good spot, backed him up a little bit, he couldn't get a good throw in. And you're right, he airmailed the throw at the cutoff man. Got a good arm, but not on that one. See how he had to back him up? He didn't have any momentum coming. He had to get something going. And Eddie's got the lead.
Now Gerard Dyson. Well, he has set him up with that curveball quite often in this game, and he has been able to get Dyson on a strikeout in the third on 3 pitches and got him to pop up in the 5th.
There's 2 outs and Gerard, he's due for a hit.
So RBIs number 500 and 501 for Omar Infante have both been sacrifice flies to give his team the lead. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Chirinos. A double by Kane to start the inning. A single by Hosmer, then a double by Morales. An error by the shortstop Andrus and sacrifice fly have given Kansas City their first lead of this series. A chopper to the right side, fielded by Field. He throws out Dice, and that will do it for the Royals, but they come up with a big inning. They scored 3 times off Nick Martinez.
Oh, the boys are at it. Come on, Eddie. Got you that lead.
Knocked in the go-ahead. Volquez comes out for the 6th inning. Our sprint cuts of the game. How about this? A strikeout in the 4th to end the inning, and then Shin-Soo with a man in scoring position takes it, looking unable to advance the runner.
Gotta love what Volquez is doing.
This is a grinded out game for him with
better believe it is
right thumb issue.
And I told Goldie if he went 5 innings it'd be good, and he said we got to get 6 out of him. That was Goldberg and I in the pregame show.
Ryan Madsen beginning to warm up for Kansas City. The Royals bullpen with a clear and severe edge on Texas. Texas with an ERA over 6 in the month of May, their bullpen. That ball hit very well to right center field, and Kane will not reach it. Bangs against the wall, and Kyle Blanks has himself a leadoff double.
Big fella got his long arms extended on that one. Good short compact swing.
Volquez has been pitching from the stretch all night long because 5 of the Rangers leadoff hitters have been on in the 6 innings. Well, he's going to have to do it again. Shields in that last inning walked and stole second base, and Ned Yost, I think, is going to go to Ryan Madsen. Entire infield joins him.
Gotta like it. Ned's going to tell him. What do you think? Gonna give him a little work.
You know Volquez wants to stay out there.
Right.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're going to bring in Ryan Madsen. I think maybe Ned wanted Ryan to have a few more pitches to warm up, because Blanks got that double real early in this inning. Here comes Madsen, and he is our Chevy call to the bullpen. Streaming sports service. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand in HD, with highlights, live look-ins, and pitch tracking every night on every device. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Well, here is Ryan Madsen, and he has been terrific this year. A 1.62 ERA after not pitching in the big leagues for 3 seasons. He has been a wonderful addition for Kansas City's already strong bullpen, and he will face a hot hitter in Carlos Peguero, who has all 4 of his home runs in the last 7 games. And he goes after the first pitch. Madsen holds the runner, throws at Peguero. 1 pitch, 1 out. They like it.
Yeah, how about a first pitch jam sandwich? He can pick up his thumbs and carry him to first with him. That ball was in on his fingers.
The MLB channel was showing a feature on Ryan Madson and his comeback, and it was in the Royals clubhouse, and of course all of his teammates were giving him a hard time, and Ryan was turning red. He's a really humble guy who just wants to go out there, do his job quietly. Here's the pitch, and it's up high.
That's a big out. Not beating good Banks at third base.
Tommy Field 1 for 2, an infield hit. He also was robbed of a hit, and an excellent defensive play by Mike Moustakas.
He's got a fastball. He'll run to 95, 90, 92. Split finger. Excuse me. Changeup.
Base hit to left field, but holding at third is Blanks. The field has been a pain in the Royals side in this series.
Ball down the middle. Kid's trying to open up some eyes. He wants to stay here.
Well, he took over for Rougned Odor, who was sent down to AAA because of his struggles at the big league level. And Tommy Field given a chance for the team he rooted for growing up, the Rangers. Madsen has been able to entice 2 double plays this year, and the Royals have turned 2 in this game. And that ball hit high in the air. Should be deep enough for Blanks. It's Kane with the catch, and he will bring the throw to second base. The run scores, and it's now a tie game at 4.
Fastball up. I was wondering when Madsen was going to go to his changeup. His changeup is his best pitch, and that pitch goes down and in. Anything right there, he's looking for that. He's trying to get that sac fly home. So not a good location there by that fastball.
So the run will be charged to the starting pitcher Volquez, who goes 5+ tonight and has given up 4 runs. And now to Shields, who has walked twice, stolen 2 bases, and scored 2 runs. I think that's what Volquez will talk about after the game. That will make him the most mad as the runner goes, and the ball is knocked to the first base side, and Madsen covers it, flips to Hosmer for the final out, and we head to the 7th inning, tied at 4. Our equipment quality, reliability, and value. Search Steel. By your Midwest Ford dealers. Visit us at yourmidwestforddealers.com. And by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. Nick Martinez back for his 7th inning of work. He's given up 4 runs. 3 of them came in the 6th inning, and now we'll start with Escobar, Moustakas, and Kane, a right-hander, a lefty, and then another right-hander before Hosmer. I don't think if he gets to Hosmer, he'll be on the hill.
I thought that they would have had him out of the game before now. This is their 4th time through the order here, and the kids,
they don't have the Royals bullpen.
The kid's done a nice job. He's done a good job, you know, facing the first ranked offense in the American League.
But the Texas Pen, 14th of the 15 American League teams in ERA at 4.47. That's a full 3 runs higher than Kansas City's. And it's over 6 in the month of May. And there's a strike. You thought he should have swung at that, but you would have.
Nobody has jumped on that hanger tonight.
I thought it was about letter high, and it might have had pop-up written all over it. And now a swing and a miss, and Escobar goes down.
Fourth strikeout on the inning for Martinez.
So with the lefty Moustakas coming up, we will have a Chevy call to the bullpen here. Likely a lefty called on by Jeff Bannister to face the Royals' third baseman. And it will be The wild Alex Claudio with that funky delivery. We'll be right back. And that's the new place to be at the K. Now open on the Lowe's level. This unique space offers fans an open-air, climate-controlled destination with over 75 beer varieties, gastropub fare, and custom pizza bar. The venue's open to any ticket holder, and select single and group tickets are also available. So come check out a baseball environment second to none at the new Craft and Draft. Details at Royals.com/craft and draft. And you and Rhino were up there broadcasting a game, and you said it's a wonderful environment. A lot of young people up there meeting.
Energy. And more mature people, like myself, were up there. That's a good place to go. Kidding me? Loved it. Now, Moose.
I never would put your name and mature in the same sentence.
Well, we're a little older, but it doesn't matter. It's an enjoyable spot to watch the game at the K.
Claudio quickly is ahead of Mike Moustakas, 0-2.
He's coming at you all arms and legs. He's a side armor, 83 to 87 tops, slider and a changeup. Moose this season got a nice average against lefties. He's hitting .314. So he can keep that shoulder in.
He hits it well deep to right field, and it is gone, and the Royals are back in front.
You want to keep that shoulder tucked, and the Moose calls are here at Arlington. Down 0-2, 11th home run in his career off a left-handed pitcher. Kept that shoulder tucked. He tried to sling it in there, and it just wasn't walking. That ball was tattered and battered. Claudio, he knew it right away.
And Rex, how about this? Claudio has only given up 3 hits all year long. All 3 hits are home runs.
Well, we'll drop this on him. Pilot to Bombardier. Open up them doors. That's the Moose, who's loose here in Arlington, checking in.
Good to have him back, and we will see. We'll go fishing for some bass when we come back.
Oh, ho, ho.
Anthony Bass is the new pitcher for Texas. He is usually a middle reliever, and now he is coming on to face Lorenzo Cain in the 7th inning after Mike Moustakas just hit one out to give Kansas City a 5-4 lead.
88 to 92. He's not a overpowering guy. He likes to use that slider and a changeup.
Cain goes to right field, and foul ball, now a 1-2 count. Mike Moustakas' last home run was against Minnesota's Tommy Malone. That was back on April 21st. The Moose with his 4th home run blasted off a lefty. Cain takes low, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He set that table up again. Some of the big swingers get in there, Haas and Morales and Gordon and Perez.
Bass, one of the most often worked pitchers in Major League Baseball, 22 and 2/3 relief innings already. And of his last 9 outings, 3 have been 3 2/3 at least. Cain whistles that one foul as Bass tried to get the breaking ball over away. Lorenzo tonight, he's the guy who started the Royal rally in the 6th inning with a double. Then Hosmer singled him in. Morales then doubled in the tying run and would later score the go-ahead run on Infante's sacrifice fly. But Texas scored to tie it in the 6th before Moustakas went deep in this inning. And Bass strikes out Cain. Our Yellowwood bringing the lumber. Well, that's certainly that man, Eric Hosmer. First time up and deep. 4.
Oh, that was really nice.
That was the double that plated Kane to make it a 3-2 ball game. So here is Eric, who's been on all 3 times with a home run, a walk, and a single.
That home run's beautiful, but that ball to the opposite field down the line for a single was really good bat control and body control.
Out of play.
I mean, his mindset is middle to the opposite field makes him extremely dangerous. He'll react automatically inside. He can handle that pitch because he's thinking opposite field, and he's got the power to go that way as well.
That one is chopped past the mound to the second baseman field, and Hosmer is out number 3. But Mike Moustakas, he breaks the 4-4 tie off a lefty. Claudio going deep.
And Detroit winning on a walk-off single from Ian Kinsler. Cleveland blasted by St. Louis. White Sox and Milwaukee all tied up behind Chris Sale, and Tampa Bay doubling up the Yankees, who next come to Kauffman Stadium. Our Mazda game break takes us to Baltimore, and a pair of home runs on the game from Edwin Encarnacion. All Toronto in this one, 10-2. Chris Tillman, guys, a 6.34 ERA. He has really struggled over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Luke Hochevar comes out of the bullpen, Joel, to try and protect this 5-4 Kansas City lead. He will face Chu, Andrus, and Fielder in the bottom of the 7th. This is only the 3rd game for Hoch. Remember, 14 months ago, he had to undergo Tommy John surgery, really fought his way back. The Royals being very careful. That very good curveball at 78 miles an hour.
It's a beauty. It's right over the top. It's a hammer.
Well, Chu's had a lot of success against Luke in the past. 17 for 30. Man, not many guys have those kinds of numbers.
Well, that's back when Hoch was a starter. He saw him a lot.
Now he's in attack mode.
Bury that curve.
And that ball is struck just off the edge of Infante's glove for a hit. So Chu comes through again off Hochevar.
Hey, right idea there on the pitch. Wasn't too bad. The ball was down. He didn't bounce it like Salvi wanted it. And Infante couldn't glove it. You can see Salvi was ready to catch that ball on the ground. Just nicked off his glove.
They've had their leadoff man on in 6 of the 7 innings. And he throws a first pitch cut fastball
Take a
to
look at
Andrus.
Look at this pitch here. Look where it was. It's right down. Salvi was going to catch it on the ground. And he just golfed it out there.
That's just a great hit.
Well, that's nice.
Luke with a fastball that's been 94, at times 95, coming back. Where'd that miss? I guess outside and low.
It's a great spot. That's what we want. Scott Berry, he's had an inconsistent night.
Well, that was a pitch he was calling for Nick Martinez, and doesn't give it to the veteran Hochevar.
And he rung up Alex Gordon on that same pitch.
And then a ground ball is struck through the whole left side. Gordon gets it quickly to third base. Moustakas, and they got him!
Nice hit and run call by Jeff Bannister of the Texas Rangers. And we talked about it earlier how not too many players are running on Alex Gordon. And showing his throwing skills was Gordon. Now, Chu slipped. Okay, he slipped right rounding second base, and Alex saw it, put a good accurate throw right to Moose's glove, and he's able to make the play. Watch this. Throwing off his right foot, quick release. Look at Moose right on the bag. Got him. He's out. What a throw. Boy, that's one of Alex's best throws of the year right there. On the dead run. That's why they don't run on him.
And usually hit and run, they automatically are at third, Hud.
Yeah, well, Chu, he hesitated when he got to second base because he wasn't sure, he didn't pick up the ball, and then he slipped on his second step, rounding second.
So a huge play here in the 7th inning, and the Royals get a big out at third base, trying to protect a 1-run lead. Alex Gordon, four-time Gold Glove winner, best left fielder in the game. He won the Platinum Glove as the best defensive player.
Period.
Not even semicolon. Fielder has had a very good series. Hit the home run yesterday and also had a single. And Prince today has delivered an RBI single in the 3rd and a sacrifice fly in the 5th. Coach wants to put him in the lane.
Alex Gordon's throw, he threw it right over the top. He didn't throw it sidearm. He threw it like a dart, and he put it right where the slide was on Moose's glove.
Whack foul. May have broken his bat. Prince's dad, one of the great hitters in his era. Big time power for the Detroit Tigers. And Prince certainly has shown that power in the big leagues with 291 home runs. In there, 1-2. So Hoch has more options with the fastball, the cut fastball, and the overhand curve.
Very good location on that pitch. Moose was going to go over and play him on a dead pull shift, and Jershely stopped him and kept him right where he wants him, right there. His fielder, he's been getting a lot of singles this year that way.
Balls, 2 strikes. Fielder robbed of a hit on a wonderful play by Escobar back in the 1st. Shaver chases Andrus back, and Hoch really does not have a slide step. Texas has been aggressive tonight. They are 3 for 3 stealing bases. He does not go, and fielder again knocks it foul.
Coach just wants to continue to keep his focus on this guy here. The next guy on deck, Belcher. If he can somehow get Prince on an off-speed pitch or something to hit into a little ground ball that could roll him up and get out of the inning.
High curveball, now a 3-2 count. And very likely you'll see Andrus leaving. Are you expecting him to go?
Yes. He'll go here. Stay out of that double play. That's what he's thinking.
Andrus does go. The pitcher swung on, hit high in the air. Playable for Kane in center field. He makes the catch, and Elvis back to first base. Our Honda most trusted players. How about the Kansas City Royals bullpen, #1 in all of the American League with a 1.56 ERA. Their whip is outstanding. Anything under 1 is usually terrific. And what they've done with their strikeouts to walk ratio. And Hochevar now joins that bullpen. And of course, Ryan Madsen has been a great addition as well. Cut fastball to Beltre to start things, ball 1. Beltre has flied to right, hit into an inning-ending double play, and lined out to center field. He has home runs in each of his last 2 games. One ball, 1 strike. He's been good against Hoche. 7 for 17 with a couple of home runs. But quite frankly, Beltre has been great against Kansas City throughout his history. We told you a .359 average with 16 home runs against the Royals and a 21-game hit streak against Kansas City. And the Royals trying to make it end tonight as he's 0 for 3. Two balls and 1 strike, and Elvis had bluffed a move from breaking from first base, but did not go.
Well, Hoche is holding. He's varying his hold times. That's helping keep Andrus from getting a good jump.
Drops it into right center field. Around second is Andrus. And first and third for Texas with 2 out. Beltre's hit streak against Kansas City is now 22 in a row.
Can't contain him. Trying to stay down in the zone. That's all he could do with it.
What's your scouting report on how to get Blanks out? The big power hitting 6'6", 265-pound right-handed slugger.
Tie him in. Tie him up inside. Keep him from getting his arms extended. Get ahead of him and drop some curveballs down, but it's the curveballs they've been hitting.
Blanks throughout his professional career has been an all-or-nothing guy. A lot of home runs in the minor leagues, a lot of strikeouts, but lately he's been hot. All 3 of his home runs this year in May. Strike 1.
That's a nice cutter. That worked well there. And that's the pitch that Beltre hit. It was down. It was out over the middle of the plate, but it was down. See how he get his arms extended on that number 2 right there in the hot spot.
Didn't mean to do a check swing that will drop for a base hit and tie the game. Wow. Well, good fortune smiling Kyle Blanks right now. And not on Luke Hochevar's 2 blue base hits, one by Beltre and one by Blanks, have tied this game at 5.
Yeah. breaking ball again, and it's the curveball. It just seems like they're hitting that one. Now that one stayed up. It was for a strike. It's on the outer half, but that's just an excuse me single. When he saw that ball go up, he went, "Oh yeah."
So Texas with 4 hits in the inning off Hochevar. And if not for the great throw by Alex Gordon, the Rangers would now have the lead. Leonis Martin, a very fast runner, now at first base. Taking over for Blanks. Carlos Peguero. Ball 1. All 4 of Carlos's home runs have come in the last 7 games. So the Royals really facing a team that's suddenly gotten hot offensively, and Peguero going after that one, fouling it off. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's the fastball there that he needs to use more of. He's throwing too many off-speed pitches tonight, Coach. That 4-seam and 2-seam fastball, that does a lot of damage if you locate that properly. You can get it by hitters at that velocity.
Jason Frazier starting to warm up in the KC pen. And Peguero breaks his bat. Escobar lays out and makes a marvelous catch to end the inning.
He jammed him big time. Escobar didn't want to wait back on that.
As Peguero runs well.
He does, and if he waits back, he may have beat it out, but that's a great play there to get out of the inning.
Game 2 of this series, a great catch by Alcides Escobar to end the 7th inning. 5-5 score. Fox Sports Live tonight. You get caught up on the NHL and NBA playoff action in today's baseball games. You can see Fox Sports Live tonight on Fox Sports 1 or see it simulcast right here on Fox Sports Kansas City. You understand LeBron James had a big game in Cleveland's victory over Chicago. Here's Sean Tolleson. He is the new pitcher for Texas. 26-year-old right-hander right here in Dallas. Acquired off waivers from the Dodgers last November.
He'll go 90 to 95 with that fastball. He likes to cut his fastball, slider and a change.
1 ball, 1 strike. It will be Morales, Gordon, and Perez for Kansas City in the top of the 8th.
Talked about it before the game. The Royals haven't hit home runs like they did early in the season. Well, tonight they've got a couple of them.
And Morales, with good numbers in his 1 at-bat against Tolleson, it was a home run. Waves at this off speed, now down in the count 1-2. The Royals, as you said, Hud, hit 11 home runs in their previous 18 games, but they have 2 tonight, 1 by Hosmer and 1 by Moustakas. Two and two. Tolleson came in with a 4.85 ERA. He was terrific in the minor leagues throughout his career. A 1.34 ERA and 49 saves as a closer.
See if he comes back with that changeup.
And he does, and strikes out Morales.
They had him set up with a previous fastball. He went back with a little slider.
So now Alex Gordon, who is 1 for 3, a double, a strikeout, and a flyout. His great defense, though, kept the game tied, and I say that because as the inning progressed, that play that he made would have given Texas a 6-5 lead.
Look at that. Right over the top. Little jump throw. Where the ball was. He was out by a mile. It looked close. Moose does a good job of making sure he held on. Soft hands.
Well, he's done it on defense. Let's see if he can do it offensively. Alex with 3 home runs, 16 driven in. Back our way over our heads. A lot of opponents have been working Alex inside, and that's why he has been hit 9 times already this year. He was only hit 11 times last year. To left field. Peguero. Oh man, he dropped the baseball, and Alex going for second and will make it. Carlos having a rough time in left field.
Sure is. And the Royals will make you pay for that. Alex, who hit first base, looked up right away, saw the ball got by him, and never stopped. Did not hesitate. You could tell off the bat he didn't hit it all that well, but it was sinking pretty quickly. And the backhand wasn't working. Peguero, he kind of backed up on it, stayed, came in, didn't even get a glove on it. It was his left hand that knocked the ball down.
They are giving Alex a double. They waited a long time, I think, to look at the review to see if he didn't touch the baseball. And the effort in left center field. Regardless, the Royals have the go-ahead man in scoring position with only 1 out. And Perez and Infante coming up against Tolleson. Salvi has had a rough evening, grounding out in the 2nd, flying out in the 4th, reaching on an error by the shortstop in the 6th. It's a play that Andrus makes 99 times out of 100. The Royals only 1 for 7, and they came in the better team in pressure situations, hitting over 300. And Salvador, one of the best in the game. Tolleson jammed him. And ball 1 strike. Salvi before the game was hitting .424 with runners in scoring position. But 0 for 1 in the 2nd inning with that ground out, and 0 for 2 with the reaching on the error in the 6th with the runner in scoring position. Now he knocks this one to left field, and Gordon can only make it to 3rd because he had to wait to make sure Beltre wouldn't catch the baseball.
And with the arm strength of Peguero, I don't think they would have sent him anywhere. Nice job by Salvi on an off-speed pitch. He reached out and got it. Here's a fastball. Down low in the zone. Looked like it was an off-speed pitch. Just out of the reach of Beltre. Now they got action. 1st and 3rd, 1 out.
And you have a veteran hitter, Omar Infante, at the plate. And Rex, you also have Gerard Dyson, who's a left-hander, to follow.
Infante knows what to do. Look for something up and knock in another run with a sacrifice fly. Look up on the zone here.
His last 2 runs driven in have given the Royals the lead on sacrifice flies. We told you about the one on Sunday against the Tigers, breaking a 1-1 tie in the 10th inning, and then tonight breaking a tie game with a sacrifice fly. He's now 7 for 11 with runners on 3rd and less than 2 out.
Maddox is telling him that whatever you do, keep the ball down around the knees. Make him lift it. Or he's wanting him to hit into a double play. Alex does. Infante doesn't want to do that. So he's going to look up in the zone.
The fielder holding Salvador Perez. There's a good size hole on the right side, and Infante looks to go that way. Well, they did keep it down. Good block by Chirinos. They called that a swing? Rex, I don't understand. He is not giving it to Texas, and Ted Barrett is an outstanding umpire. He said Infante went. Similar calls for Nick Martinez did not go the Royals' way. Two-third. Beltre goes second, one, first base, two. Ouch.
Beltre's too good. He throws that ball underhand as good as anybody does overhand. Great decision.
I want you to check out tomorrow night's game. Pre-game show at 6:30. IB Royals Live with Yordano Ventura and Giovanni Gallardo set to duel here at Globe Life Park. And a reminder that Boulevard Royals Live with Joel Goldberg will follow tonight's ball game. And Wade Davis comes out of the bullpen to face the bottom of the order: Tommy Field, Robinson Chirinos, and Delino DeShields. Davis's numbers ridiculous. 14 innings, 13 strikeouts, no runs. And that 14-inning scoreless streak, the sixth longest in the major leagues. Tommy Field, who has had a good series, opening series, coming up from the minor leagues where he hit .298, had a home run last night and has 2 hits this evening.
Young guys like this making their first appearance for a team it can be dangerous first few times because they're trying to get their hits. The league doesn't know them very much. And, once around the league, they'll figure out where his weak spots are, and then they'll expose him. Hopefully, he can hang in there and become the second baseman that he's dreamed he could become.
Wade Davis gets him with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
You got a guy like Davis that changes speeds on his fastball. He'll go anywhere from 90 to 98 with that fastball. 95. It's very difficult for a hitter to see how far behind he was. And there it wasn't. The pitch before that was 91. So a 2-mile-an-hour difference really can fool a hitter. He uses his fastball very well. Different speed variations.
Here's Chirinos, who last time up tied the game with a sacrifice fly, scoring Kyle Blanks. Only a .172 batting average this year. And he tries to bunt. Bunts foul. And he's now in the hole, 0-2. Wade's not one of those guys who really messes around with waste pitches. He goes right after you, tries to get you out with economy. Tried to get that breaking ball, and you could see Salvi wanted it down, and Wade left it way up. Popped him up right side. Hosmer wants it. Hosmer has it, 2 out. Now Davis talking with Moustakas about where Mike will play with Delino DeShields up. Delino walked twice, but also tried to bunt his way on with 2 out in the 6th inning, which surprised us a bit. And Ryan Madsen was able to field it and underhand to Eric Hosmer for the last out. DeShields takes low ball 1. Both times he walked, he stole second, and then would come around to score, once on a base hit by Fielder, the other time on a sac fly by Prince.
Royals having a hard time throwing this guy strikes tonight. It's a good pitch.
So he goes right after him. And DeShields, I thought he might be taking, did not. Now it's a 2-1 count.
Doesn't use a lot of movement at all, DeShields. He just tries to slap the ball. Doesn't really load up very much. He's just pretty much all upper half. Trying to put the ball in play and use his speed.
Davis gets back in the count with a good fastball on the inside corner. That's a base hit down the right field line. Dyson gets to it quickly, and having to hold at first base is Delino DeShields, who's on for the 3rd time in this game.
Gerard Dyson, nice job of playing him in and really getting a good jump on that ball there. He's able to stop him from going to second base. And then DeShields fell down after he rounded first because he had to put the brakes on. Hosmer called for the throw, and it was just a little offline there, but really a nice job. I talked about his hitting style. He just slashes at the ball, tries to put the ball in play. Salvi was heads up, and he was able to back it up.
Now Chu, who has 2 hits in the game, 1 a home run, the other a single to right. Ball 1.
Davis been in situations like this a lot. Speedy runner at first base. He's going to do all he can to get the ball home quickly. He has a short stride. Gets the ball home to Salvi in pretty good time. We'll have to see.
He goes. Salvador's throw. Got him! Jeff Bannister walked out, and he's staring at the dugout, getting the indicator.
Escobar, he ran all the way in. He knows.
But Bannister wants him to take a look at it.
Didn't get it as good a jump. Davis was quick home. Salvi's throw was right there, and I don't know.
Well, Rex, again, it's got to be clear and convincing to overturn the play on the field.
He got him. That shot right there shows him tag. Watch the tag. Out.
Yeah. He's out.
Well, I can tell you, Escobar ran all the way in the dugout.
Yeah.
Everybody else is hanging on the field going, well, I wonder.
Hey, you know what? There have been some weird ones in New York, so
yeah, well,
we're holding it right here until we get it right.
Esky knows.
Guess who's coming up, though, in the next inning, the 9th? Mike Moustakas will be batting 3rd. Went deep last time up. not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Royals. Moustakas with that go-ahead home run in the 7th inning. He'll be batting third in the 9th, facing Neftali Feliz, who is the closer and has been roughed up this year. He has blown 2 saves already, and he's given up 17 hits in 13 1/3 innings.
Having a hard time locating that fastball. It's a good one. Mid to upper 90s in a curve. But those can get hit if they're not located properly.
Dyson will start things, and Gerard 0 for 3 and takes strike 1. Strike 2. Feliz at one time one of the premier closers in the game. He had as many as 40 saves in 2010. And you wonder if he'll be a trade in the market before the deadline. He has 4 shutout innings in his last 4 appearances. But I will say this, I watched his save on Sunday, and it did not go well, and he was very fortunate to get out of the mess. Foul off. He had a blown save at Seattle back on April 19th. And he also blew a save against the Oakland A's on May 1st. Obviously not a save situation in a 5-5 game, but that's what he's done in pressure moments this year. Morales and Holland throwing for Kansas City. A little bit low. 2-2. Texas bottom of the 9th inning will feature a lefty Chu and then Andrus and Fielder. So if it's tied, it will be Morales. If the Royals take the lead, it will be Holland. 3-2.
Yeah, he's really not using his fastball at all.
Rex, this is what happened to Tampa Bay. I watched that. He would get ahead, let guys back in the count, and then either walk a man or give up a hit. So he was very fortunate to get that 2-1 victory for the Rangers against the Rays.
Challenging here.
He does, and Dyson pops it up, and Andrus has it for the first out. Alcides Escobar will bat now, and he made an absolutely terrific play to end the 7th inning. That would have scored a Texas run had the ball fallen.
Skills, Fizz.
I'll say. He did not go, and it's ball 1 to Escobar. So Ted gave the Royals the call.
Well, that time.
And ball 1 strike. Well, it seems like Feliz trusting his off-speed pitches a lot more than his fastball.
Yeah. Obviously, he knows himself, and Chirinos knows him better than we do, so he's confident he can throw those pitches for strikes and get ahead.
2 balls and 1 strike. And Beltre playing no doubles at third base. I mean, he's almost standing on the line. 3-1 count.
Good closer, not confident in his fastball. That's not good.
And his velocity has been 93, 94. Maybe he's getting beat on it in the past. Escobar rattles one up the middle, and this is past Andrus into center field. And that came on the fastball at 94 miles an hour.
Esky knew it was coming, had to, right down the middle of the plate. He's able to guide it up the middle, right past the diving Andrus.
Feliz in the past has gone to his fastball 74% of the time before this season. The velocity not 95, 96, 97 like we used to see a few years ago. So he's only throwing 62% of the time in 2015. Well, here's a guy who can hurt him if he misses with a fastball. Mike Moustakas, home run in the 7th. Tight, ball 1.
Getting ahead ski, and he's not.
Mike was 0 for his first 3 and then launched one out to deep right center field. Ball 1 strike. The Royals not running as much lately, only 2 stolen bases their last 10 games. And this is a team that led the American League each of the last 2 years.
They've got guys that can run, but it hasn't worked out for them. And Rusty Kuntz is not going to just run into an out.
And Escobar had tweaked that knee in that play at second base by Brett Laurie of the Oakland A's. And that's why when he was down for 7 games, or 7 days I should say, with that concussion, it really helped allow the left knee to heal. And Chirinos was 3 for 15 this year, only 20%. Two and one.
See Chirinos pointing to his shoulder, you know, he's flying open. So he's really rushing home, and he's not able to throw strikes.
Back up the middle. That's a base hit. Escobar around second. On his way to third. The ball is bobbled. And Jersley says, hold everything. Esky at third base. So Moustakas coming through in the clutch tonight.
That's right. Looking for the fastball, and he got it. Drove it right back up the middle. Good hole. Hit it solidly. Nice contact right here. Escobar plays right in front of him. You can see how deep DeShields was playing in center.
So first and third, 1 out. And the Royals had first and third, 1 out in the 8th inning. But Tollison was able to get Infante to hit into a 5-4-3 inning ending double play. Kane, who runs very well, will be tough to double. And Lorenzo this year is perfect with runners at third and less than 2 out.
Pretty impressive there.
Major league average is only 52%.
Well,
keep it up. Stay hot.
I hope he stays that way.
And Chirinos has done a wonderful job blocking balls at the plate all night long. And how about Lorenzo Cain going to the right side? He is thrown out, but he scores. Escobar So make it 6 for 6 for Locane.
He knows exactly what he wants to do. Instead of trying to hit a big homer there and overswing, he just said, you know what? If I get a pitch to hit, I'm just going to hit it over there to the right side. Nice and easy. Get that run home. That's team ball right there. Look at that. Just giving himself up, saying, look, let's just do the job. They're not going to double me up there. Great placement.
And when he got to that dugout, every single Royal was congratulating. Gave himself up for the team. Now they'll intentionally walk Hosmer to get to Morales. Rex, that's what everybody talks about when we go on the road, whether it's to Minnesota, Chicago, Detroit. They talk about the Royals' team baseball philosophy.
It's because they're all tugging on the same end of the road. They all are sold out to winning games. It's not about who's going to be an all-star or who's going to, get the light shined on them. They got so close last year, and they know their only way to get there is a scrap and claw.
There's the man, Greg Holland, getting ready to come on for the 9th inning and nail down the save. But first things first, and the Royals would love to get some more for Greg, as Kendrys Morales is the batter. And Kendrys was asked the other day, and I talked to him about this, what his first impressions were of coming to Kansas City. And he said one word: harmony. He said everybody likes each other, everybody gets along, and that's why we're finding success. Morales flips it foul, strike one. Kendrys had a key double in the 6th inning. That scored Hosmer with the tying run. The Royals would score 3 times in that 6th to take the lead, but we've gone back and forth ever since. Strike two. Popped him up. Beltre makes the catch, but the Royals get a key ground out by Lorenzo Cain to score Alcides Escobar, and that means you bring on Greg Holland, one of the best closers in the game.
That's right. It's hammer time.
And Greg Holland comes out of the bullpen. Sunday, he was Harry Houdini. Bases loaded, nobody out. A 5-2-3 double play.
Yeah, that was a big lift right there for the boys. They knew it, and then he knew he had to get Cespedes swinging on that one. Royals had a plane to catch. They had to go come here to Arlington, Texas, and the Rangers taking first game last night and haven't made it easy on the Royals tonight in the second game. But Holland's in there. Let's see if he can get him out in order.
Well, he'll play and face Shin-Soo to open the 9th, and Chu has had an excellent game. He is 2 for 4, a home run in the 1st, and then he singled in the 7th inning to start the trouble. And the Rangers were able to tie things up. Davis, though, worked a 1-2-3 8th, and that ball lifted to base hit to right field. So we're not done yet.
No, Chu swinging a good bat. That's a slider that stayed up in the zone by Holland. He's going to have to get that thing down, especially with the meat of their order coming up. That was very hittable.
The first 3 guys in this game have a total of 6 hits. They have scored a couple of runs, and they've driven in 3. And now you have a pinch runner in for Chu, and it's Jake Smolinski. Elvis Andrus, the batter. And he is bunting and gets it down. Salvi wants it. The sacrifice is executed. Smolinski to second base.
That play was a lot more difficult than Salvi made it look. Holland, he came down off the mound to get that. He needs to just clear out. Let Salvi take over for sure so he doesn't get in his way. And it's a nice bunt. He tried to bunt for a base hit. Holland did that. He got out of the way.
I mean, did you see how quickly Salvi just exploded from behind home plate?
And you know, it's important that he picks up that ball that's rolling like it did. He stayed on top. He didn't try to go around the ball. He stabbed right at it.
Now a dangerous batter in Prince Fielder. Moustakas knocks it down and throws out Prince Fielder. Man, a great game for Mike Moustakas. 2 huge hits. He has had 2 excellent defensive plays, and this one was absolutely smoked to him.
Just like a hockey goalie. Keep it in front of you. Ball was hit hard, second hop. He wanted to make sure that ball didn't hop up over his glove, but didn't get under it either. Smothers it.
Good to have Moose back. Well, Holland knows he's not done yet. Adrian Beltre with a clutch base hit in that 7th inning. And Texas tied the game, comes up 1 for 4 tonight. What a block. Salvi can't find the baseball, finally does, and Smolinski stays put. That was the other thing about Sunday that was so impressive. Terrible footing, and yet Salvi kept on calling that slider because Greg was controlling it the best. And I had a conversation with Greg before the game, Rex. He had a 3-1 count with the bases loaded, and Salvi asked for, and he threw a 3-1 slider for a strike to get back in the count. Well, he's not commanding his slider as well as he did Sunday.
That ball that just 2 pitches ago, that hit Scott Berry, home plate umpire shin guard. He kept it from going to the back of the screen.
Not sure if that was a splitty or if that was a slider. Slider. You know, it didn't have that same kind of break. I know he throws 2 at different speeds, and he's backed off that split from years past. There's another situation. A 2-0 count, looks fastball, and he comes back with 2 sliders.
Well, he's got 2 great pitches that he uses. The previous pitch he threw it for a strike. This one here, he's going to bury it out of the zone. He's got the 94, 95 mile an hour fastball. He'll try to place that. Very carefully here.
The 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Salvador. The count is full. Single by Chu. Smolinski with the pinch run. Andrus sacrifice. Fielder ground out. A lot of Royal fans here tonight. They need this victory to hold on to first place in the American League Central as Detroit beat Minnesota earlier tonight. Fouled back.
Good location. Kept it away from him. Best he could do with it. Fouled off.
You come back slider?
He'll throw in either one, fastball or slider. He's got great command with either one of them. See if he'll swing out of the zone. First base is open.
He struck him out, or did he just barely get the foul ball? Just barely got a piece of that baseball.
That's exactly what I thought he would do. Just try to get him to swing out of the zone here. First base is open. You know. Almost worked.
And Beltre touches it into right center, and we are tied again at 6. Wow.
Holland a little bit careless here because, you know, anything up like that, he's going to reach out and put his bat on it. He's a dangerous hitter. I would have liked to have just seen him throw the ball in the dirt there and go to the next hitter. Be a pinch hitter coming off the bench. You don't have to mess with Beltre, but, you know, anything up there like that, he's liable to do that. And the Rangers putting up a little challenge here.
Corcoran will be the pinch hitter. Strike 1. Boy, Texas has been a tough out. They scored 8 runs on Kansas City last night. And every time the Royals take the lead in this one since the middle innings, Texas comes right back to tie it.
Salvi bouncing like a cat back there, almost got Beltre. Hosmer, really nice tag. Got him. Let's see. Oh, I thought the way Hosmer made that tag, that it was a beautiful sweep tag. Well, that replay looked like he's out.
So they will review back in New York.
The defensive plays are saving the Royals in this game here. No question about it. This is what makes the Royals so tough. They've got the pieces. Got the pitching. Back into the pins. Only human. They're going to give it up once in a while. But their defense continues to keep them in games by making spectacular plays.
Ted Barrett, who is the crew chief, right now on the phones with New York City, where umpires are reviewing the play.
Pretty clear and convincing evidence there.
Hosmer was staring up at the scoreboard when they showed the replay.
You know, that's the advantage of having Gold Glovers all over the diamond. Salvi making Gold Glove plays, Hosmer, Gordon, even Escobar. Escobar, he'll win a gold. I don't know if it'll be this year, but he'll win one of these years. Kane in center. I mean, it's wonderful when you have guys that are heads up, that play every pitch like it's their last pitch. Attention to detail. That's championship baseball is what that is.
He is out. The 9th inning is over. We will go to extra innings. The call overturned here in Arlington, Texas. Beltre, who had tied it with the base hit, picked off. Of extra innings. Smolinski will stay in the game, and he will play left field. Carlos Peguero will go from left field to right field. Shu is now out of the game, and the new pitcher will be Stomy Pimentel. He is a 6'3" right-hander out of the Dominican Republic. Has a 3.48 earned run average. And the Royals will show Alex Gordon, Salvador Perez, and Omar Infante in the 10th. Royals have only 3 pitchers left: Franklin Morales, Jason Frazier, and the newly brought up Aaron Brooks.
Look hard, fastballs. Low to mid-90s.
Gordon to right field, and this will give the Royals the lead. A 10th inning home run by Alex Gordon.
Home runs to the rescue tonight. That was beautiful. He didn't wait around.
Man, you talk about a roller coaster ride every inning. Royals take the lead. Texas comes back. Now the Royals go back in front.
It's just with a nice easy swing. He didn't get it. He didn't barrel it, but he got it just enough to sneak it around that pole at 325 down the line.
Yeah, Hosmer gives him a chest bump back.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's just like a prize fight tonight. You get us, we'll get you. Back and forth.
And Salvador Perez ropes one to right, but right there, Carlos Peguero. We've had 6 lead changes tonight. I mean, this has been a roller coaster ride. Now, Carlos Corcoran, remember, was at the plate, a left-handed batter, pinch hitting for Kyle Blank, so he will have to be the batter in the bottom of the 10th inning. So it'll be a pair of lefties in Rex with Jason Frazier, Franklin Morales, the 2 likely pitchers. I'm guessing they may go with Franklin.
Don't really matter. Either guy is going to do the job for him.
Morales, the left-hander, but Jason Frazier does have closing in his past, and so we shall see.
And he's really good at getting lefties out with that split finger, so he's capable.
Jason was warming that last inning, so he is ready. That ball struck to right field. Smolinski makes the catch. So 2 out. Morales was also throwing down in that Kansas City bullpen. Again, you've got Corcoran, a lefty, Peguero, a lefty, and then Tommy Field, a right-hander. The only man that Texas has left is a right-handed batter, Adam Rosales. Pimentel misses away. A 1-1 count to Gerard Dyson.
Pimentel, he's got a curveball and a split finger changeup combination.
Dyson to left field. Smolinski says he has it. He does, but Alex Gordon goes deep to start the 10th inning, and the Royals have a 6-5 edge on Texas.
coordinator. Top three.
With 8 go-ahead RBIs this year. That's tied for second most in the American League. His home run gave the Royals the lead. Well, the one guy we didn't talk about who was left in the bullpen was the guy who pitched in that 9th inning, Greg Holland. This is something that Ned Yost almost never does. Have Greg Holland go 2 innings. He will face Corcoran here in the 10th inning. Then another lefty in Carlos Peguero. And then the right-handed swinging Tommy Field.
Hey, you blow a save, you got a chance to get another one next inning. Why not?
He would get the victory, but he wouldn't get the save.
Oh, well. It's all about wins, Viz.
You got that right.
14 pitches, that's plenty.
Get the leadoff man. Leadoff man Chu singled off Greg, and the pinch runner Smolinski eventually scored the tying run. In there, 2-1. Greg threw 14 pitches in the previous inning. And I'm sure he told Ned Yost and Dave Island, I feel great. Greg always says that. 2-2. The last time Greg Holland went 2 innings was August 5th, 2012. And Greg Holland strikes out the first man he faces, Carlos Corcoran. There's one big out in this 10th.
Beauty. A couple of fastballs, get ahead, finish them off with a breaking ball in the outer half of the plate.
Now the dangerous bat of Carlos Peguero. We told you how hot he's been of late. 4 home runs the last 7 games. Tonight he is 0 for 4, reaching once on an error. Strike. And it's a 1-1 count.
Going 2 pitches soft.
Peguero with a mighty rip on the slider, and now it's a 2-2 count.
That's a beauty. He had him all set up for a fastball. Peguero thought for sure he was getting one.
Now he's got to be thinking, what's he going to throw me now?
Finish him away. Finish him off away.
He does strike him out with a fastball at 92 on the outside corner.
That's right. I'm sure Holland had something to say to Ned. After Gordon gave him the lead, he said, let me finish it.
Well, a lot of the great closers in the game they say, sometimes I close and sometimes I make the game closer. Now he has to get Tommy Field. Strike 1. Field 2 for 4, both singles. Didn't mean to do it. Perez wants it. Game over.
Championship teams win games like that.
That man is a true champion. He saved runs, and then he knocks in the game winner with a 10th inning home run.
Wow, this is a team that refuses to go under. What great defense they played tonight. Holland.
He was Houdini on Sunday. Tonight, another game where he wills his team to win, coming out and pitching a 2-inning performance for the first time since August of 2012.
And the homers, they came. Pilot to Bombardier. Open up those home runs and those Bombay doors.
Smile, Ned. You deserve it.
Because Alex Gordon, it was a clinic. Defensively, and he puts a little exclamation as he coordinated on this one here to end the game.